Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Kickback, where I'm joined by my co host, MK Sammy.
Hello, people. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're a little
Yay.
late, but better late than never.
Life happens.
Yeah.
But yes, first episode of this year.
Exactly. Happy 2024. It took us a little while to get this first episode out because we just had a lot of stuff happening after the New Year's, but it's whatever. We still got it out on the first Sunday, right? First Sunday of the year?
No, second. But it's fine.
Okay. I'll take
Yeah.
second over third.
From now on, we're gonna do bi-weekly again. So
Yeah. So look forward to another episode in 2 weeks' time. But as we said, Happy New Year. Both of us, I think, have a lot to talk about from the New Year's and a lot that we want to share with you from our experience of New Year's. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure, I can start. Should we
sure thing.
talk about the whole year first or just New Year's? What do you think?
We could talk about what we did on New Year's. Like
Yeah,
sets and stuff.
so New Year's was Crescendo
Yes,
time.
dude.
Big collab event between Subsystem, Vibe Tribe, and Derelict. Where we both played. And yeah, I think that's like a really cool way to start the new year or end the last year, I guess.
Oh, it was definitely the most banger ending to a new year I could ever see.
Oh
dude.
yes, definitely
Amazing.
definitely in my top 3 sets I ever played, and also in my top 3 parties I have ever been at as a whole. Like it was
Nah.
really great, even though I haven't been there for long because I went to have IRL shit after my set. But
Yeah, a
the
lot
time
of
I was there
people,
was
a lot of
awesome.
people were getting off, and then towards the end of the event, still coming back on because the
Yeah.
IRL stuff ended and Crescendo was still going.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god, it was
fucking
crazy.
long.
Oh, it was
until-
12 hours. It was 12
Yeah,
hours.
6 a.m. my time. Yeah, that's pretty.
It went from, I think it went from 12. Oh yeah, it went from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. for me.
Your time. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was the whole night, which was really cool to see. Yeah, it was a crazy event though. Like the amount of effort that was put into it by the staff, the organizers, and the artists, especially the custom intros, the special transitions for DJs in between. There were a few problems here and there, but I mean, it
That
went
happens.
really well. Besides that, and yeah, they happened. Technical difficulties.
And something that's also really cool was the intro, on the map with the the tube that went up. And
Yeah,
DJs
the
under-
transitions for the
You,
DJs.
you need
yeah.
to watch a set of it on YouTube to understand it. I think most
Yeah.
sets are uploaded though. Mine and his are uploaded.
Yeah, we'll
so-
link them. We'll link them below if you want to go check them out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was
feel like that
surprised.
was-
I was surprised. I was just gonna say real quick. I was surprised when they told us we were gonna be doing 30-minute sets. I thought it was just gonna be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4 DJs. Because I think that's what they did last year. No.
I'm not sure.
I think it was 45 minutes or something like that last year. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, no, I'm not used to doing 30-minute sets on VR.
Yeah, me neither.
It's more like an IRL thing.
Yeah, I
no,
usually
still
I
fun.
usually prefer 1-hour sets over 30-minute sets,
Mhm,
just because
yeah.
I have a lot of songs that I want to play. But I
Exactly.
think at Crescendo it was the right way to go, because otherwise there would have only been 12 DJs.
Yeah,
This way we had derelicted full hour sets. So we had more DJs than that. Mathematics. No, but we had a lot of people show their love, which I think is great.
yeah, no, definitely. It was crazy seeing, people from every corner of mostly the EU scene, seeing people that normally don't play certain things at a certain place play things there was awesome. Oh dude, one of my favorite sets was definitely Dunny's. He did dubstep and a little bit of rhythm, and it was it
Oh.
went fucking crazy, dude. It went hard as fuck. Yeah. Bert also had a killer Bert's first
Oh, yeah.
track was like super hard up tempo, and he did like up tempo and raw tempo. It was crazy. And every time people were like, "Oh my god, how can he get harder?" And it was literally only like 10 minutes in. Oh, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The whole genre progression was very well made that evening as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Subsystem, I think, was a really good starter for the event because they have both their server room event, which is for like house techno, and then they have Hardbox. So it was a nice transition into VTVR then, who kind of peaked
Yeah.
the
yeah.
BPM and hardness, and then
it went
derelict.
kind of back down, because that was the thing. Because I was talking with like VM, and I was like, so how hard do you want me to go? Because like, when is the crescendo of the event? Which is kind of cool how it ties into the title, is that it's kind of like a boom, big crescendo.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh yeah, go like, you can still, they still allowed me to go hard, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like Frenchcore, because I knew like Kuma was gonna do like up tempo in Frenchcore, but he said he didn't know which one he was gonna end on, so I was like, okay, I'll just do Frenchcore, because that was like, pretty sure I was the last like really hard set for the night, because I think after that it was like hard techno, and then it went down. But dude, speaking of that, like, do you want to talk about the tracks we played?
Oh fucking yes! I want to do a deep dive into my set.
Yeah,
but
go
you
ahead.
can start if you want.
No, feel free.
I start? Okay. So, I have some people come up to me all the time that tell me that I always play the same songs in my sets, which I guess is kind of true. But I do that because I really love these songs, and these songs like mean something to me.
Exactly.
And my crescendo set was kind of the pinnacle of that. I played one track I haven't played before, which was the opener, Dear Heart Style by Showtek, which came out last year. I don't know, do you know Showtek and what they did?
I know Showtek, yeah. I don't know that track in particular.
So it's like they're coming back to hardstyle after leaving the scene, and like it's like a love letter to this music that's kind of
that's cool.
Held them in the scene for like, I don't know, they made the DEFCON anthem for 2004. So they've been here for some time.
Yeah. I know Showtek's been around. God damn, I didn't know that they made one of the anthems though.
So that, yeah, I really love that song because it's like a love letter to the music that I love as well, and I can really relate to it.
Yeah.
Then I kind of went over to the melodic raw style-ish. Like I played some Headhunters, Warface, Ruler, and then I played Virtual Rave by Searle, which I guess kind of doesn't really fit into the set like musical-wise, like genre-wise. But I think I just needed to play it because I see that song as like the anthem of VR chat. Kind of.
Yeah.
Like Searle made it for VR chat, right? For his rave and shit that he had here. But yeah, that song really means a lot to me because it speaks about this world of VR chat raves and kind of showcases it, right? Yeah, after that I went back to raw style because that's what I love. And then I went into like the harder territory, which I guess at first seems like I only do it because I need a hard set because I play for Hardbox, but these songs mean something to me, and you don't need a melody for a song to mean something for you.
Exactly.
For example, Das ist kein Techno, Bitch.
Das ist kein Techno, Bitch. Dude, I fucking love that song.
The dubstep edit I played.
Yeah.
It's made by Shiny, by the way. It's not by me. Shout out. But that song means a lot to me, even though it's like just a stupid meme. I connect a lot to it because last year I was at Apex, which was a big rave in Germany, with the subsystem crew, like Merles, Cassie, Luke, some other people were there as well, I think. And their Rebellion played Das ist kein Techno for the first time ever. And it just became a meme in this whole subsystem group. we have a group chat that is called Das ist Techno.
Oh my god.
Where we just meme around and post events we go to and shit. So yeah, that meme from February last year until like now, it's just a big meme. So I needed to play it,
Of course,
especially because I
dude.
played for Subsystem, right? Yeah, and then I went over to Frenchcore. I played two Ramscore tracks. Forget the Real World is
Oh, dude, I
the
fell in love with
second
that
VR
track.
chat anthem. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so awesome. And have you seen the music video?
Yeah, we recorded it in Gmod, fucking Roblox, Minecraft too.
And
Yeah.
they had this part where they had the text messages. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
like, yo, where are you right now? There's a rave happening in VR chat in a Ramscore music video. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes, so that track also means a lot to me. Also because I heard it live with when the first time I met Aux at a festival was last May. So yeah, also something I connect to him, I guess, and I like that dude. Yeah, and after Forget the Real World, there was the big funny surprise.
Oh, dude, I still can't believe you pulled that off. That was fucking awesome.
Yes, it's awesome. The GPF New Year's greeting, which some people came up to me and were like, "Yo, Sammy, well, how did you AI generate this?" And I'm like, "It's not AI generated.
It's not AI. It's the
And
real
people were
guy.
like, no way. And
Oh
so
my
many
God.
people asked me, so I posted the screenshot of mine and GPF's texts in the Crescendo server, and I was like, guys, it's real, it's not AI.
I'm not lying, guys. It's real.
Yes. So I think that's so fucking awesome because he saw the set as well, or at least that part of the set. So yeah, it's fucking awesome to kind of show big DJs, big producers our scene, right?
100%, dude.
And he loved it. He said, "Oh man, that's so awesome."
Yeah.
He's so happy he could do that. So now I just have to see how I can drag him on here.
Yeah.
But that's for the future.
Now we just gotta get him out.
And people went apeshit though. Like, oh my god. I looked at the VOD. So many snowflakes in the sky.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But dude, because what I did is I went up to Castle and Goldman and I was like, okay, I need, and then also EXO. So shout out to you three. I went up to them and I was like, guys, when Sammy does this really special thing, I'll let you know. And you guys have to go fucking crazy and tell everyone else to go fucking crazy.
Yeah, I told you to do that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I told you I'd do it after Forget the Real World. And then
Yeah, I said I think when Forget the Real World came on, I went up to them and I was like, guys, after this track, it's happening. After this track, it's happening. They were
because
like,
nobody knew
ready.
about it. Oh, the only people who knew about it was you and Merles, because I like asked Merles if it's okay to do that. Also, Luke knew about it because he put a big GPF face on the screen during the during the message. But for everyone else, it was a surprise. And the only reason you knew about it was because we joked about it, like, yo, what if I did this? And I did it. So,
It all started from a fucking joke, dude.
yeah.
Sometimes I feel like half the shit in this scene that like ends up being really funny or really cool is just like,
a joke,
what if we did this? And then it
Oh,
fucking happens.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after the message, I played Come Inside with an O. COME, guys. Which is honestly my favorite GPF track, like, at all. Also one of my favorite uptempo tracks in general, to be honest. I was, when he played that at DEF CON, he did like a sit down and like at the jump, everybody jump. And I was in the crowd, I was front. And when we all jumped, I was crying. Imagine you cry during a GPF set.
Dude, no, I could see it. Because I was gonna say, it's funny that you like you love that song. You've always said you've loved that song ever since it came out. Because my favorite GPF song is Come Say Hello. It's just like, I don't know. It's
not the music itself you're emotional about. It's just the fact that this song means so
exactly
so much to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome, dude.
So yeah, I played that, and then I obviously ended with Nobody Said It Was Easy because there's just no other way. It's my favorite hard dance song, period. Because yes, I have a personal story with it. And yeah, I used to play it in every set of mine. When I started DJing, for like the first few months, I played it in every set, and I always played it before I started playing up tempo. That was like the structure. Now I don't do that anymore because I kind of don't want my sets to be so predictable all the time, right? But whenever I do play it, I tend to get very emotional, especially at Chris.
100%, dude. That's why it's good to have those songs, because it's like when you have something that can like just bring you to fucking tears or like just make you feel a certain way, you gotta hold on to it and remember it, but like don't outdo it. Which is why I always tell people, like, have a certain song you always want to play at really special sets. Makes it 10 times better.
Yeah. That's what I do now. Yeah, this is the song for the special sets, for like, I don't know, crescendo or big collab events, or I'm definitely gonna play it at my birthday.
Yeah,
if I make a birthday
100%.
event. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. It's just my favorite song there is. And when I played it during crescendo, I had pee-pee in my eyes, a lot of pee-pee. Yeah, but dude, I was so fucking nervous the whole set. I usually am not nervous, but crescendo, bro, I shivered the entire set. So
really?
crazy. Yeah,
I was the total opposite, dude. For some reason.
Really? No.
Like until okay, for most of it, until I got like standing, because like for those who don't know how it worked, is that there was a staff room where there was a teleporter that would teleport us into the like DJ booth when the transition happened, and it wasn't till like I was in the room like 2 minutes away from my set that I felt like I was about to walk on some big stage, like at a festival or something. I was like fucking jumping up and down, like trying to get my blood pump. I was like, fuck. Like I was scared, dude. But then as soon as I started playing, I was like, this shit ain't nothing.
I mean, yeah, in the end, it's just a set, but...
Exactly.
Yeah. The thing is, I planned, and I think I can speak for both of us, we planned that set, like, during, like, so long. Like, I had my set list done, like, a month before.
Yeah, I planned it a week ahead of time. Well, okay.
All right, because you were a little bit spontaneous.
Yeah. It was... I would say, for next year... I hope the organization on VTBR side is a little bit better, because I was told that I was playing a week ahead of time. So I was like, bruh, because I didn't want to put all this effort into a set that I didn't know I was going to get on, you know? So I literally finished making my set day of the event.
Oh, yeah, no, I was the total. But I think if you knew like me, you would have done the same, right? Because
yeah, exactly. Like if I was told
a month before, and I practiced every day. I'm not even kidding, and I still made a mistake, but I think it wasn't that bad. I
practiced 15 minutes before my set.
Well, but your set was awesome, so.
Dude, and that's the thing. Do you have anything else you want to say about your set, actually?
Well, I mean, to round off, I think like I could basically tell a story about every track in the set and why I played it, but I think that would be a bit too long. But yeah, that's the thing for me. If you're a DJ and you have songs that mean a lot to you, save them for the very special sets, because then they are gonna hit the audience even more, and especially they're gonna hit you even more in the fields.
Or even just like people who listen to music. Like if you have a very special song you like, save it for like a special day. Like even just that, because like sometimes I actually do that, like not to be like, oh, poor me, but like when I need to cry, like I have certain tracks where I'm like, I'm sad, but I want to cry, I want to get this emotions out, I listen to those tracks.
I have a playlist called Songs That Make Sammy Cry, so...
Yeah, no, like, definitely, like...
That's the thing,
I also... those special songs.
I don't listen to it. Nobody said it was easy that much. I don't listen to it, like, every day or something, but... Yeah, when I listen to it, it is.
Same with the tracks I put in, yeah, no, I don't ever listen to them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not you people listening on SoundCloud.
Yeah, don't worry, they didn't hear it. I muted my my for the
Oh fuck! But no.
Don't worry, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, no, but yeah, save those special songs because like all the songs I put in my set list, I've played them before at special events, but I've never like I don't listen to them. Like you said, I don't listen to them outside of like playing them. And they all have like a deep message. Like if you want, I can start going into my set. So for my set, I started out with my all-time favorite, one of my two all-time favorite tracks in just hard dance in general by my favorite artist, which is Get It Crackin', Sepha remix. I just think there's something about it that is so cool to open with, just a slow piano to open up and then kicking into probably one of my most favorite euphoric Frenchcore melodies ever. Then I moved into my number one favorite track, which is In de Hemel. Yep, by Sepha. They mix really well together, which is why I kept that transition, as well as Pain is Everywhere. And the reason why I did, yeah, exactly. The reason why I did those three tracks is like I said, like they're special to me, and I kind of picked each of them up through my journey. And it also kind of like, I guess in a way they represent like three things about the rave scene that is like, I feel like Get It Crackin' is very much when I like it. Like when I get in that very big like work mindset, like I don't give a shit about what's going on, we gotta get this shit going, let's get it fucking cracking, let's do this shit. And then Into Hemel is sort of like the reward of getting all that shit. To me, that's what it feels like. And then Pain is Everywhere is just a reminder that even though like things are gonna be good, there is still pain out there, but you can keep going past it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Having a story to tell with your set is amazing. Yeah.
And then the other two tracks I did, I've never played before. I just wanted to throw them in to have something new to throw at the crowd, which was What the Fuck, by fucking Blaster. And then Release the Kraken, Sepha remix, which I was just like, dude, that, oh my god, I love it. It's such a good song. It's one of my new favorite tracks that I'm gonna start playing in 2024. And then of course I went out and asked a bunch of people like, hey, what's your favorite track of all time? And literally only one person responded out of all the people I fucking asked, who I thought were like my good friends. One fucking person responded, and it was this motherfucker. So I was like, you know what? You're getting like 90% of the track in there because of that. So I literally played like the majority of Nobody Said It Was Easy. I even gave Sammy a little shout out because, you know, he deserves it. He's been here with me doing this podcast. He's gonna help me make our own fucking venue for the US and EU. He's been one of the biggest influences on like my hard dance and shit, and just been one of the few homies that like actually talks to me and helps me through stuff in the scene, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh man, we're such good friends, and I'm like, you never talk to me outside of raves, like what? Like, no.
Thank you.
Of course, bro. And I also wanted to do, for the other half of the set, I was like, I'm gonna go into some J-core, because J-core is also one of the main reasons I started DJing. And I know a lot of the people that were there at the event would like the J-core. So I played one of my all-time favorite J-core tracks, which is AO Infinity. Really beautiful song with like a music box and stuff. And then I actually found a Frenchcore remix of it that I transitioned. I did like a really cool transition where I backspin into the remix because the vocals line up perfectly. So it sounds like it's the same song, but then the backspin happens and it goes into something completely different than the original song. And then that played that track. And I was gonna play 2 more tracks, but I only had time, or sorry, 3 more, but I only had time to play 2 because at the beginning we had a little bit of technical difficulties with my VJ's link, which was to be expected. I mean, my VJ was in mainland China using a VPN.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, shout out
the
Callie. Shout out
That's
Callie. I'll link her below. She's awesome. Go follow her on Twitter. She's a really cool VJ. She literally like personalized all my visuals for everything. She like asked me like about like my favorite animes for like the ending song. And everything. She's awesome VJ. Awesome VJ. But yeah, then I went into a remix of Unwelcome School, which is a really big J-core track. And then I was gonna play Internet Yamaro to finish it off, but didn't have time. And then I went into my final track, which a lot of you heard, and if you didn't, it was Shelter by Porter Robinson. I played the whole thing because I didn't care whether it was an hour or 30 minutes. I was playing the entirety of that track. And I found a version that literally months ahead of time, I knew I wanted to put this track in New Year's, like months ahead of time, because there was no track like this that pulled my heartstrings so much. Like this was a tearjerker for me, even like months in advance. I just envisioned it in my head, and I was like, "Fuck, using this." But yeah, at the end of the track where the song normally fades out, it uses the piano version of Shelter from the music video without the actual music video portion. So I decided I wanted to do like a big thank you segment to everyone throughout the entire year. So I put just a list of names of people that I thought genuinely were there for me and genuinely helped me throughout this year. Even if your name was not on the list, that doesn't mean you're not my friend. Like if I've known you for years, it just means you're not helping me out in the rave scene, that's all. But you're still my friend.
Yeah, it was dedicated to the rave scene, yeah.
Exactly. That was completely dedicated to the VRC rave scene. And yeah, I cried my eyes out, and then apparently I made a lot of the staff cry and a lot of the people there cry, which made me like so happy, but I felt so bad at the same time.
I wasn't
like,
there.
Oh my god!
I watched the video and I cried.
Yeah, I was crying. I almost started crying halfway through the song, and then I held it all the way into the end.
Yeah, you could really see it. How you said.
Yeah, and then.
It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's just. It
And
was
then
amazing.
Kali comes over to you and it's like, oh.
I didn't see her, and I felt so bad because she was like, you know, I was hugging you behind you the whole time. I was like, what? No, I would have turned and hugged you. No.
Yeah, it was so fucking cute.
It was a great time. Everyone there, everyone's set was fucking amazing. I think I saw like 90% of the event.
I didn't see more, but the things I saw were great.
Exactly. It was a good time, and I think that event encapsulates what the VR chat rave scene should stand for. It shouldn't be for all this like bullshit like popularity and stuff. It should be about people in music and having a good time
And working together.
Exactly, because that event wouldn't have been possible if the staff teams of 3 different fucking clubs didn't come together to make this crazy thing. Because you can do like I see this in the US scene all the time, where it's like, we're having a huge collab event between 20 clubs, and it's like, okay, but it's just a world with 20 clubs logos plastered all around. It's nothing crazy. Like, this is 3 fucking communities that made an entire custom map, custom intros for their DJs, custom world stuff, fucking advertisement out the ass, a live Twitch stream of the entire event. Like, this is insane. And it was all done within like a month's time. Which is,
I think this really pushed the boundaries, kind of. This was one of those boundary pushing events.
Exactly. I heard people saying that, like I was talking to people, I was like, I think this is the probably for this year, the best VR chat rave I have ever seen, even like since 2021. Like, the best fucking rave I've ever seen, ever. And people like were saying the same shit. People were like, no, this event was better. And then the other people were like, nah, dude, this is on top. And I was just like, oh my god. Oh, it's
people
just...
start drama with whatever.
No, like in a friendly way, of course, though.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah. They were just like they were discussing. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just I know that whenever I look back, and I'm sure you can think the same. Whenever you look back on this event, it's just you can't help but smile, dude. It's just
I watch my
great.
VOD so often.
Dude,
It's
same.
crazy.
For the first like 3 days after, I watched it every time. Even watching myself cry, I almost start
Make you cry.
crying again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, no, stop. Yeah, no, like, if you
Definitely
guys
my
did
top
miss it,
3 last year.
yeah, if you guys did miss it, I will link both of our VODs below. Go give them a watch. They're only a half an hour each if you want to kill an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like, fuck, it was just such a great event.
Great
And
end to a great year, yeah.
exactly.
Which, if you want, we could like dive into 2023 a bit. Talk about some special events we had.
Yeah, definitely. I got a couple in mind, but you want
Because
to go
I
first?
started the year and I ended the year with my 2 favorite sets of all time, I think.
Really?
Yeah, so I ended the year, obviously, Crescendo playing for Hardbox. I started the year with VTVR and Friends New Year's, which was also a collab event. I don't know if you've seen that.
VTVR and Friends?
Yeah,
Yeah, I played in it.
last year. Oh, you played there, right?
Yeah.
Could be. We didn't know each other then. I think.
No, we did
Or
not.
Not
No,
as
we
close.
did not.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the first time I maxed out a venue ever. And I think was also like the first time where I had like more than 30 people at my set or something, or like where it like really felt full. And that was the first set I realized, yo, what I'm doing here is actually something big. Like this makes a lot of people happy. This influences a lot of people. I had so many people come up to me, talk to me after the set, like, yo, Sammy, fucking highlight, blah, blah, blah. After the set, I got a lot of like booking requests by clubs. So I feel like that was kind of my peak. That set really was my, I mean, I don't know if you can call it breakthrough, but it definitely was the set that really started shit for me. So that's
The
why
addiction.
I really like it. The addiction, yes. But it also kind of was the first event that put me out there because Timboy booked me for Vanguard.
Yeah.
And that was crazy to me as well because like Vanguard, like really big thing, like especially back then for me, Vanguard was a really big
100%.
thing because it was one of the first clubs that got me. And then he just put me in the fucking big lineup for their big event, which it's crazy for me. The set itself, I think, if I look at it now, wasn't that well mixed. But that doesn't really matter to me because it means a lot to me, like emotionally. That's definitely one. January 6th or something, like was the first weekend of the year. And another really important set was the Vibe Tribe VR 2nd anniversary.
Oh,
where you played as well.
dude, yep.
I also think we talked about this on the podcast already, maybe?
Yeah, we talked about it in, I think, episode 1.
Yeah.
About like the intro and stuff and like where, like kind of like how we met and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And we drank our asses off that evening. I remember we
Dude,
said that.
I don't think I've ever been more drunk in my life.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great night, great vibe. That was the first time I made custom edits for a club. And also, I think the final time. Like I ended with Sapphire, one tribe.
Yeah.
And I changed it to one vibe tribe.
Yeah,
I had a voice line in there, one vibe tribe. And I think that was
I remember
really,
that actually.
really awesome. Yeah. And my intro as well was like a shout out to anniversary, blah blah blah. So that was really cool. And then there was my birthday, which was stupidly packed. It was like kept the whole evening, pretty much.
Jesus.
That was crazy to me because it was like my birthday party and Ox's birthday party as well because we have birthday on the same day. So we decided to make an event together. But yeah, that was fucking crazy to me that people fill out the instance for the whole night, even though it's just about me, right? Like, bruh. But yeah, that was really, really cool. And then Crescendo, obviously, which was a great end to to the year. Overall, like last year was so fucking eventful for me. It was the most influential year on my life because I graduated, I moved out, I started university, all in 1 year. So that's crazy. And like the thing that kept me going like the whole time, VR chat. You know, I had like at least one set a week, like most of the time. And that's very crazy to me. But yeah, last year was fucking beautiful. Also, my first DEF CON. That was an experience I'll never forget. And
shout out to all the people going for 2024, dude.
Yeah, let's go. Shout out to my DEF CON group for 2024. Kek, Pasi, Endo, many more. Yes, so that was really cool. Otherwise, I met a lot of people from VR chat, which is cool, which is crazy to me because I never really had online friends before that I met in real life.
In person, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we do that at raves, you know?
Yeah.
At the thing we do, we like the most. We like to do the most, and
you go from like hanging out with someone you've never seen to then going to a fucking event with them like it's nothing. Like, bruh. Oh. Yeah, dude. It's fucking awesome. This is why I love this game, or platform rather.
Yeah, it translates into real life, really. Because the thing you do in VR chat, really, you meet people, and these people exist outside of VR chat as well.
Oh, really?
Big mindfuck. But this dude actually exists. Isn't that crazy?
I know, dude. I can barely handle it.
Yeah. But yeah. Was your year also like that influential, or like how was it?
Dude, I tweeted about it at the end of the year. And I said when I was crying like a baby during my set was this year has literally been, or last year has been the best year in my entire life. And I mean that truly. Like IRL kind of blew hot ass for most of my life, and VR chat for the last like fucking since 2017 has been carrying my everything, and I haven't even realized it up until now. Like I definitely think the sets that I remember the most from last year was my first ever booking, which was at the sewer, and I did a funk set, and there was like 3 people.
Well, but it was something, right?
Exactly. And I don't look back on it and be like, damn, I was such a loser, but I look back on it and it was like, there was a me there. Yeah, I always think about what I thought about then was there was a me there that wanted to be where I am now, and I made it happen. And that's the way I kind of look at the entirety of all last year. Was I wasn't trying, in a sense, this is going to get a little philosophical, but like I wasn't trying to get to this end point for me. I was trying to do it for the me that started this, because I wanted to complete what I started.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like I have. Like, dude, I went from playing at the sewer with 3 people to then playing at I played at the sewer actually in 2022, and then 2023 I played the VTVR and Friends thing, because it was like July 1st or something, I think, is when they did the event. January, yeah.
That was the first weekend of the year.
Yeah.
Exact date.
And that was like, damn, I played at an event associated with VTVR, and that's been my favorite venue since 2021. I want to play there at the end of the year. And then I worked my way up through like US clubs and stuff, and brought my way back into the EU scene, and then I got into VTVR, and I played my debut set, which is like the second set that I remember the most from last year, because it was one of those moments where like I stayed for the entire event, drank through most of the event, and did my set. And that was also the first event that I played my first Porter Robinson song at the end of my set, which was Wind Tempos by Porter Robinson. And once again, had a nice slow piano at the end of everything. And dude, it felt like I was in some fucking movie or like anime or something. Like throughout the year, it felt like a fucking movie. Just working my ass off to get to certain points, and I imagine you kind of feel the same. Like you kept like taking those small steps to get where you wanted and stuff. And it just feels so good. It feels so good to have done that. And definitely Crescendo was the third and final event of the year that capped everything off. It took like everything through the whole year and wrapped it off and tied it off with a nice little bow. And it was probably the perfect send-off for 2023, because there was a lot of bullshit that happened throughout the year, you know, IRL and in VR chat for everyone. And yeah, it's just crazy to see everyone happy for once. It's just such a nice feeling.
So nice to see the people forget the real world for a while, eh?
Hey. Yeah, no. And I met so many good people along the way, even just for Crescendo. But like throughout this like whole journey, there are people that have come and gone, and then there's people who've stuck with me, and the people that have stuck with me have literally become like family. Like this guy, for example, or other people who are in the Bass Legion and, you know, have hung out there like for almost a year now. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy that that this happened.
Yeah.
I really can't put it into words.
It's crazy to think that it just happened because we met some people at some point, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, like if I have never met Merles, I probably wouldn't even know this existed.
If I
I
haven't,
don't know about you. Do you have
if I
someone like
hadn't,
that?
yeah, the dude who put me on was before in 2021. When I first started DJing, I used to go to like my friends and I would host parties, and I used to play it through my mic.
Oh yeah.
Into like out to the crowd, and it was like had like a big box that would like play out to the crowd. And my buddy at the time, his name's Adam. I barely see him because he's more on chill out now. I think he owns his own like venue and stuff. But he told me, he's like, hey, I got my first booking in VR chat, and I was like, oh, you got your first booking, dude? How long have you been DJing? He's like, oh, not that long. So I was like, I'd help him out and stuff. And he introduced me to the sewer. And if it wasn't for that, fucking, I don't know where I'd be right now. Genuinely, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
Probably not DJing.
Yeah, same.
No.
Or maybe I would still be stuck in Orion. That's also an option.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd still be stuck doing Halloween parties.
Oh man.
Yeah. Dude. That back then, I think about it, is like I didn't even know how to mix. I was just playing like songs of totally different random genres and trying to like I just fuck around with effects, honestly. I mean, I still fuck around with effects now, but I like do it at points where I know what I'm doing. Then I was just like, oh, this button looks cool. This sounds funny.
I think DJs in the art chat don't do that enough, actually. I think effects, or like at least that's what my kind of experience is. I don't see a lot of DJs play around with the effects a lot. Maybe I can kind of come back to a track I played in Crescendo a bit, because that's kind of relating to that.
100%.
I played Simulation by Rebellion and Vertile, which was the track before Das ist kein Techno, if you don't know it. But you probably know it. And there is a part in the track where the track kind of like cuts off and it's like error, boop, 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 and there's these mechanical sounds and shit. It's like a machine shutting down, basically.
Yeah.
So when that part started, I just went crazy wild on the effects. I beat jumped, I stopped it, I louder or quieter, and so to make it seem like there is actually like an error in some system, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that more DJs should look into or could look into, I guess. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do in your sets.
Adding
But
that
I
bit
love
of
it.
flavor does a lot, dude. It really does.
Exactly.
Like, cause people were like, when I heard you doing the effects, I think I actually turned to like Exo. I was like, is he having a fucking stroke?
Yes. I guess it sounded like that.
Well, no, but it was cool, cause like then when you explain it, it makes sense now. But like at the time, I was like, huh?
Yeah, okay, I see it. But,
Yeah, no, like adding little shit like that is fun. Like, cause at the end of the day, if you just mix music that's not important to you, then it's like, okay, whatever. But if you're mixing music that's not important to you, but you're having fun doing it, then that's even better. Like,
Yeah.
you should be having fun, because we do this for fun anyway. Like one thing I noticed is that like I notice people will use loops, which is like a normal thing to do. But I notice people don't do shit like, for example, like turning like a single phrase into a drop. Like I tend to do this with like tech house or like disco house a lot, is that I'll take like a certain vocal phrase and then loop it, loop, and then fucking like build into a drop or something. And it's like, I don't see people do stuff like that enough. And just go out there, try stuff, guys, be creative.
Creative, exactly. Get
Yeah,
creative.
don't be afraid, because if people hate you for it, well, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Exactly,
You're here
dude.
to learn shit and to practice it and make people happy, right? And
Yeah,
if you do a mistake, what the fuck, that happens.
exactly. No one
DJing
is
can be
perfect.
so much more than just playing one track after another. It doesn't need to be. You can have fun doing just that, but it
Yeah.
can be much more.
That's how a lot of new DJs start out, and that's totally okay. It's just, you know, a matter of experience. And like for example, I was listening to Plumble. They're starting to they're wanting to become a
Oh
DJ.
yeah, I saw that.
And their first set, for what it was, pretty fucking good. They had like a good concept of like phrasing and like timing, because like
Yeah.
that's, I know me, I can say sure as hell I didn't know fuck all about when to transition and when not, or how the music was structured. But as soon as you learn that, your mixes can just whoosh, so nicely, even with the simplest transitions. Yeah, no, like, just get out there, be creative. Moving on from that, do you want to start talking about things you look forward to for 2024 before we finish up here?
Yo, 2024 is gonna be a big year for both of us. Definitely on VR chat, for me IRL as well, but I think for you probably as well, because you're gonna start university, right?
Yeah, hopefully looking by like fall, yeah. And getting a job again, because I've been unemployed for like 4 months, just focusing on music and chilling and uni and stuff like that.
So yeah, 2024 gonna be big. The podcast obviously gonna continue now bi-weekly. We want to do guest episodes.
Yes, we want to start getting people on here in the next coming episodes.
We already have a few ideas, but we're not gonna spoil them.
You gotta wait.
Yes, sir. We also gotta ask the people, because we didn't do that yet.
Yeah,
But we do have people that we want here.
exactly.
And for me personally, DJ-wise, I don't have that crazy big of a goal in VR chat. What I really would like to do is to play an IRL show somewhere, which probably is gonna happen actually. I was asked to play at a birthday for like 70 to 100 people. So that's very cool. And VR chat DJ wise, I just want to have fun, man. Would be cool to get into the big venues, but it's not the reason why I do this. I do this to have fun. But if I have the possibility to play at shelter, I'm doing it.
Dude, I feel you. Yeah, no, like that's something I look at. Like that's one of my next goals. I know everyone's like, oh, I want to play at shelter this year. I want to do this, but like, I mean it like as in like I want to get around the shelter and get to know the shelter community, and then maybe play there at some point is what I mean. Because like it's a lot more. People think like, oh, if I get big in the scene, I can get into any venue, and it's like realistically,
That's not really how it works.
no, That's really not how it works. You really do have to get to know people, because being big, like I realized this halfway through the year, was being big on VR chat isn't a thing. It's just about
No.
having friends who come and support you. Because now when I play, I know people who will leave an entire event just to come see me play for an hour, and like
Yeah,
20 or
that's the
30
best
people
feeling
will
ever.
show up. Yeah, and that's something that I was like, why don't I have people like that? And I realized it's because I'm not going out there. I'm not making friends. I'm not talking with people and helping out and stuff. And if you want to have people come to your shows, just have fun, be a cool person, make friends, dude.
That's what happened yesterday. That was so fucking crazy. I played it at an event yesterday. I played at Just Party. I played the last set, and my last set was after Vibe Trap Endurance ended. So I told everyone jokingly, "Yo, I'm gonna bring the whole Endurance instance here." And then Nope came up to me and was like, "Yo, Sammy, I'm gonna bring everyone here. I'm gonna drop a portal. It's after party. You're gonna be here." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Okay, that's crazy." Like,
Dude,
bro.
that
Which,
reminds
in
me
the
of
end,
the fucking...
was difficult because there were already 70 people in the instance, but some
Jesus.
people came in.
I was gonna say that kind of reminds me of the thing. One of the sets I forgot to go over was my birthday set. My birthday set where you played, and then literally at the start of the event, all the fucking VTVR, I think it was also an endurance, came in, and like 30 people came in right out the gate, and then it was like 50 people through the whole night, like 50 to 80 people through the whole fucking night, and it was just, that was another set. That was just crazy. That and my IRL set. I just forgot to go over those two. But yeah, no, like, dude, it's the best feeling in the world when like, I'd rather see a sea of like yellow names in front of me versus just like all gray names. Because cool, it's like I have a big crowd, but it's like, I don't know these people. I'd rather play for people who I know enjoy the music. In VR chat, that is, you know. Of course, like in real life, you know, that's not how it's gonna be, but like, same, you know, you play for the crowd that you want. And yeah, dude, it's just so nice to see. And it's one thing that if you are a DJ right now and you feel like you're struggling, go out there more. Go to clubs and make some friends, and those people will come and support you. And it's gonna take a while before you get like 20 to 30 people coming to you, but like I always say, I'd rather a crowd of 20 to 30 people dancing all night versus a crowd of 80 who are sitting around talking.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I love the dedicated small pop-ups I do sometimes, where there's like 10 people, but those 10 people have go fucking haywire. Because they love the shit that I do, and that's the best feeling. If I'm playing at a capped instance, that's also why I'm not really sure if I even want to play at Shelter. Because I think most people there wouldn't like my music. to be honest.
Dude, you should check out Tessa Yes's set from Shelter.
That is true.
She got away with playing some of the hardest shit I never thought would be played at Shelter, and that shit, that is what showed me. I was like, okay, maybe I should try and play at Shelter. Maybe it could be a good time.
That is true as well. And obviously I would kind of like make it work for Shelter, right? I wouldn't play the craziest fucking shit ever. I also don't need to do that.
See, that's the thing. That's where I'm kind of like, no, I'm like, if I'm playing Shelter, I'm just gonna be myself. I really don't give a fuck if it's Shelter or VTVR or Endurance, like, unless, like, and even if they were specifically telling me like you have to play this way, then I'm like, okay, actually that's just not worth it. Like, I want to have fun. I want to have fun.
No, what I meant is I'm not gonna play the Semper Fusion track and pitch it up to 350 BPM.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean now.
That's what Sammy does sometimes at the end of his sets.
Dude, I remember the shit you used to do at the end of your sets back in like the sewer days, where you would like fucking like loop like a super small thing and just fucking boom. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking loved it, but other people were like, oh, my ears, and I was like, no, this goes hard as fuck. They're sleeping on it. They're sleeping on it, dude.
I do want to, oh man, I do want to do like a really fucking hard up-tempo set at some point. Like,
dude,
full on haywire.
That's something that I always think about is like, after you get to a certain point as a DJ, you're kind of like, you can't go as crazy as you want to for the events you want to play for. In a sense, like, you can still have fun, but like you can't go fucking uber super duper fucking crazy, like skull fucking the audience crazy.
It depends on the event, really. I think at Vibe Tribe
Yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. People are gonna like it.
Yeah.
At Hardbox it's a little bit different, but not because the people there are bad or something. Definitely not. It's just because they have a bigger focus on like genre transitions and shit, which is fine, of course.
Yeah, no, like that's something. I mean, to be completely honest and crystal clear, I even talked with Mars about this. I was like, that's something I want to bring to the Bass Legion, is to have like events that sort of have like a sort of sequence to them where people can expect that like by this point it's going to be really hard, it's not going to be too hard here, and then it's going to be like right in the middle here, you know. And because I love something like that, there's other things I want to introduce to the Bass Legion on top of that make it its own.
Find out in 2024.
Yeah, soon, hopefully, within the next couple of months, honestly. Yeah, though, like 2024, I will say, for me personally, DJ-wise, things are probably going to be a lot slower. I'm probably only going to do 2 events a month. And that's simply just because working on myself, getting ready for, like, college, getting ready for getting a job, and planning a big trip and all this other stuff is just, like, you know, need time off of DJing. You know, as fun as this is, real life comes first.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm gonna play as much as I can, but when I need time off, then I need time off. That's my that's my thing. Whenever I get asked to play somewhere, I will play. If I'm like not sick or something, or maybe I have an exam the next day, then probably not. But yeah, I try to do as much as I can just because I love it as well, right? I do this to make people happy, but I also do it to make myself happy.
Exactly. It's one thing if you're slaving away and like making everyone else happy. Oh, that was such a good track. Like, I went through this phase, was like I was making everyone else happy, but I wasn't happy with what I was playing myself. And you never want to be in that position. You never want to.
That's kind of what I don't want to speak well, I'm just not gonna name the name. I'm gonna tell you after the podcast. But sure. there is one DJ that I've known for quite some time now, that when I first started going to their sets, they played drum and bass and house, like pretty mainstreamy, I'd say, which is not a bad thing. If you like the music, then that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
But then at some point I was talking to them and they were like, yo dude, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm just gonna play happy hardcore now for every set.
Dude.
Maybe you know who I mean?
I might have a good idea. We'll talk after.
I'll tell you later. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak on their behalf, but like I think that's kind of what they experience as well, because what they are burning for is happy hardcore, so they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, no. You don't ever feel trapped as a DJ in any scene.
Yep.
Do what you want, and if you need to stop, fucking stop. Because you always come first. Yeah. We're actually just about at the hour mark. Do you have anything last you want to say before we end off for today?
Not really, but I guess I want to say a big thank you to everyone that were there last year, including you. And yes, let's make 2024 fucking awesome. And
exactly.
Yep, Boys and Skirts.
Boys and Skirts. Kickback brought to you by Boys and Skirts. Yeah, no, same from me here. I mean, also, I think both of us can say thank you to the people who have been listening to the podcast. I've seen the likes and stuff and heard feedback from it. Sometimes people tell me, "Oh, I'm listening to your podcast right now," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, no. We appreciate you guys, because we literally wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for this scene and wasn't for the cool people who support us. And other than that, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode 2 weeks from now. Peace.
Have a good one. Bye, boy.